Imagine three teams in the same company are calculating monthly revenue. The finance team uses one SQL query, the sales team uses a different query, and the executive dashboard uses another version created 6 months ago. All three dashboards show different numbers. The raw data is available, the database is working. The problem is that nobody has one trusted definition of revenue. This is the type of problem DBT helps solve. DBT is a data transformation framework that helps teams turn raw data inside a data warehouse into clean, tested, and reusable data sets. To understand where DBT fits, imagine your company collects data from payment systems, customer applications, marketing platforms, and support tools. Data ingestion tools copy that information into a data warehouse or lakehouse, a centralized platform where organizations store large amounts of data for analysis. But the data that arrives is usually not ready for analysis. Customer names may be formatted differently. Some records may be duplicated. Order information may be spread across several tables. Internal IDs may not mean anything to business users. In data engineering, transformation means cleaning, combining, filtering, reshaping, or enriching raw data so it becomes useful for analysis. This is where DBT comes in. DBT usually does not extract data from source systems, and it does not act as the storage platform. Instead, it transforms data that is already inside your warehouse. You write the transformation logic, usually as SQL select statements, and DBT turns those queries into tables or views inside the data platform. For example, you might start with raw customer and payment tables. Your first DBT model cleans the customer data. Another model standardizes the payment records. A third model joins them together and calculates revenue by customer. In DBT, each of these transformations is called a model. A model is usually one SQL file containing one main select statement. When DBT runs, it executes that SQL directly on your own data platform. The data is not downloaded to DBT, processed somewhere else, and uploaded again. The transformation happens where the data already lives. But teams could already run SQL scripts before DBT existed. So what makes DBT different? The difference is that DBT brings software engineering practices to analytics code. Without DBT, a company may have hundreds of SQL scripts running in an unknown order. One script depends on another, but that relationship exists only in someone's documentation or memory. With DBT, models can explicitly reference other models. Suppose the revenue model depends on the clean payments model. Instead of directly referring to a table by name, you reference the payments model using DBT's ref function. DBT uses these references to understand the relationships between models. It builds a dependency graph, often called a DAG. This is simply a visual representation showing which models depend on others. If model C depends on model B and model B depends on model A, DBT understands that A must run first, followed by B, and then C. From these relationships, DBT can also generate data lineage. Data lineage allows you to see where a dataset came from and which dashboards or models may be affected if something changes. For example, before changing the clean payments model, you can see that it feeds the revenue model, the finance dashboard, and the monthly executive report. That makes changes much safer. Another important capability is testing. A SQL query can run successfully and still produce bad data. Imagine a customer table where the customer ID is supposed to be unique but duplicates appear, or an orders table where some orders have no customer ID. The SQL may complete without errors, but the resulting data cannot be trusted. DBT allows you to define expectations about your data. You can test that a column is unique. You can test that important values are never null. You can test that every customer ID in the orders table exists in the customer table. And you can create custom tests for your own business rules. When DBT test runs, DBT checks those expectations and reports which tests passed or failed. This turns data quality from something people discover in a broken dashboard into something teams can check automatically during development and deployment. DBT also keeps documentation close to the code. Teams can describe what a model represents, explain individual columns, and document where the source data originated. DBT can then generate searchable documentation containing model definitions, columns, tests, and lineage. This helps analysts understand which dataset they should use instead of repeatedly asking the person who originally created it. Because DBT projects are made up of SQL files and configuration files, they can be stored in Git just like application code. Developers can create branches, submit pull requests, review SQL changes, and run automated checks before those changes reach production. Instead of someone directly editing an important production table, the transformation logic goes through the same control process used for application code. Another important capability is incremental processing. Imagine a transaction table containing several billion rows. Rebuilding the entire table every hour would be slow and expensive. With an incremental model, DBT can process only the records that are new or have changed since the previous run. The first run builds the complete table. Later runs update only the necessary data. This can significantly reduce processing time and warehouse cost, although teams must carefully define how new and updated records are identified. DBT also supports Jinja, a templating language that lets you write reusable SQL using macros. A macro is reusable transformation logic. For example, if 20 models use the same currency conversion logic or column naming rule, you can define that logic once and reuse it. But just like functions in application code, macros should make the project easier to understand, not hide simple SQL behind unnecessary complexity. One common misunderstanding is that DBT replaces the data warehouse, ingestion tools, or orchestration platforms. It does not. An ingestion tool brings raw data into the platform. The warehouse or lakehouse stores and processes that data. DBT manages the transformation logic that turns the raw data into trusted analytical data sets. An orchestrator may schedule DBT alongside ingestion jobs and other pipeline tasks, although the DBT platform also provides capabilities for scheduling and running DBT jobs. So why has DBT become so important? Because analytics is no longer just about writing a query and sending a spreadsheet. Companies depend on data models that are shared across dashboards, reports, machine learning systems, and business decisions. Those transformations need version control, testing, documentation, lineage, and a clear deployment process. DBT brings those practices together. So the next time two dashboards show different revenue numbers, the problem may not be missing data. The problem may be that the company has no tested, documented, and reusable definition of revenue. That is the gap DBT is designed to fill. It turns scattered SQL scripts into organized, tested, documented, and maintainable analytics projects. If you found this video helpful, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.